Why do some people work their whole life and still end up broke? It's not because they were lazy. It's not because they were unlucky. It's because nobody ever taught them how money really works. In this video, I will explain the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad in simple English. This book has one powerful idea. The way you think about money decides everything. So if you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, stay with me till the end. Let's start with the story. Robert Kiyosaki grew up with two father figures. His real dad was highly educated, a professor, a government job, a stable salary. His friend's dad never even finished school, but one died almost broke, and the other became a millionaire. Same city, same time, completely different lives. The only difference was how they thought about money. His real dad said, "Go to school, get a job, work hard, be safe." His friend's dad said, "Learn how money works and make money work for you." One man worked for money his whole life. The other made money work for him. That one difference changed everything. Now here is the most important idea in the entire book. Rich people don't work for money. They make money work for them. But what does that actually mean? It means this. Most people wake up, go to work, get paid, pay their bills, and repeat, again and again, for 40 years. Robert Kiyosaki calls this the rat race. You run and run, but you never actually move forward. Your salary goes up, your expenses go up, and at the end of the month, you are still at zero. But here is where most people go wrong. They think the solution is earning more money, so they work harder, they ask for a raise, they take a second job. But more money without financial knowledge just means more spending. Rich Dad said, "It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. And it's not how much you keep, it's how hard your money works once you keep it." So what is the real solution? Robert Kiyosaki gives one simple idea. Know the difference between assets and liabilities. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. That's it. Simple. But most people never learn this, and so they spend their whole life buying liabilities thinking they're buying assets. Your car feels like an asset, but it costs you fuel, insurance, and repairs every single month, money going out. Your big house feels like an asset, but if you have a mortgage, property tax, and maintenance, money is going out. Rich Dad said, the rich buy assets, the poor buy liabilities, and the middle class buys liabilities thinking they are assets. Now what counts as a real asset? Stocks that pay dividends, rental property that earns rent, a small business that runs without you, even a skill that earns you money beyond your job. These are things that put money back into your pocket, even while you sleep, even while you rest. That is what financial freedom actually looks like. But here is the truth most people never hear. School teaches you to be an employee. It teaches you to work for money. It never teaches you to own things. It never teaches you to invest. It never teaches you to think like a business owner. And so we spend 16 years in school learning history and chemistry and literature, but 0 hours learning how money works. We graduate smart and we walk straight into the rat race. So what do you actually do? First, start learning about money. Read one book. Watch one honest video. Take one small step toward financial education. Knowledge is your first and most important investment. Second, look at your life and ask yourself honestly, what do I own that is putting money in my pocket? And what do I own that is only taking money out? Most people have never asked that question, but it changes everything. Third, start buying small assets. You don't need to be rich to begin. One small mutual fund, one index fund, even a few hundred rupees every month. The amount matters less than the habit of buying assets instead of liabilities. Fourth, stop saying, "I can't afford it." Start asking, "How can I afford it?" One sentence shuts your brain down, the other wakes it up. Rich Dad called this financial thinking, and you can start practicing it today. Here is the final truth this book leaves you with. The poor and middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. The gap between these two groups is not talent, it is not luck, It is financial education. It is knowing how money moves. It is buying the right things. It is thinking differently than what school taught you. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need a huge salary. You just need to start learning what nobody taught you and start making small, smart decisions every single day. If you learned something new today, subscribe to the channel. Here we take powerful books and explain them in simple words so you can think better, earn better, and live better. See you in the next video.